Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and today we are going to be talking about Aokiji. Almirante Aokiji from One Piece, that now everyone knows by his own name, Kuzan. So there's a lot of controversy with this character because it has always been thought to be in the bad guys side, no, in these marines, in these corrupt marines and everything. But we've seen him kind of working on his own, being more individual in this aspect, and at the moment, well, so far, a couple of sagas ago, he was acting as a Ronin, moving around on his own, and basically, we didn't know what was going on. Right now, we know Aokiji is one of the commanders for BlackBeard, and if you think about it, they don't fit together. We have this kind of lazy justice was his motto in the Marines, and then we have BlackBeard being the bad guy, basically the bad guy of the story. So something is not quite right here. I want to point out something really important from BlackBeard is that recently it's been revealed, being in Hachinosu and everything, it's been revealed that he's kind of having a similar crew like Rocks, that they weren't friends as such, they weren't friends like Luffy, etc. They are more working towards a common goal. So all of them have something to gain from this kind of adventure. No, we know that Aokiji has his own agenda because he was presented to be candidate for Fleet Admiral, but at the end, with the fight that happened in Punk Hazard that was destroyed, Akainu ended up winning there after several days of battle non-stop. So he had to disappear basically. He was heavily wounded. I think he lost the right arm and the left leg. We see this in the movie, one of the latest movie, when he's in those baths and he meets the Luffy's group. They got scared, and basically he's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'm not as enemy here anymore. I'm just having a bath and just taking a bath here." So we know he is very, very connected to Robin, and I think his story until the very end is gonna be connected to Robin. I think this video could even be called today the goal of the secret motive behind his behavior, basically. So what we know is he's been always connected to Nico Robin. He's been checking up on her since Ohara. I think he had a shock, he had a trauma there. And then all the lessons that he had learned from Garp, that we know that Garp was his mentor. And we've seen this recently as well in his mini flashback training with the with the bag ships or battle bags, something like that they are punching. So I think he got a trauma there, and he realized that the Marines and the government is not what he was expecting, or he can't change the world for a better in that organization. That's why he leaves. And as a Ronin, he is kind of traveling the world without a master, basically, that in that case was the world government and the Marines. So what I'm saying with this is to be clear, in my opinion, I think Aokiji actually belongs to Sword, or is the leader of Sword, or it is a secret agent working very, very tight with Sword and in the high command there, but he will never accept it and he works in the same goal, but he will never accept it as having a title, because I think he got tired of having so many titles working for the Marines. So what is happening here, I believe, let's do this cape like this, like it's flowing around him. This design, as you see, with the long cape and this kind of look, is from his Ronin season that he had in between sagas, like we see him in Punk Hazard and everything. So basically, that's another thing I wanted to mention. Punk Hazard. Aokiji suddenly shows up in Punk Hazard when Doflamingo had Smoker on the floor, completely destroyed, and was gonna kill him. And Aokiji shows up, really epic, really badass, and he says, "Hey, don't you touch my friends." Kind of something like Luffy, like you can't touch your friends. And that was super epic. The thing is, why was he in Punk Hazard, a place that destroyed him, that he fought for survival, and on top of that, he lost? So why would he be there randomly? I think if you've seen my previous video about Law, I totally think Law is in Sword as well, and go and check out the video and you will understand why I'm saying all these things. If my theory about Law is correct, I think Aokiji, as a ex-Sword member and having some ties still with them, but trying to disconnect from them, I think he goes to Punk Hazard to see Law, because we know that Law is secretly hiding in that vase, and we know basically that, yeah, it's a secret, so no one knows that he's there. Actually, when he meets with Smoker and everything, he says, "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna help you guys, I'm gonna do this, blah blah blah, don't tell anyone that I'm here." To Luffy, to Smoker, to anyone. So how did Aokiji end up in Punk Hazard? I think he was gonna go there to talk with Law, that Law is Sword, and give him instructions towards the plan against Kaido. I think there's a couple of Sword guys that they know more things that they seem to know. In this case, they are kind of in Baroque works, that they have these agents working outside the law. So Sword, it's outside the law, but I think there's a couple of them even further. And in this case, Aokiji is one, I think, and he's the leader of this kind of group. I think you have Law as well, and I think you have Drake. Check out my previous video and you will understand why I mean these connections with Drake as well. So basically, since Ohara, I think Aokiji has focused in knowing the truth. That's why he leaves at the end after the fight with Akainu. And on top of that, protecting Nico Robin. I think he is the character who placed himself with BlackBeard for soon, probably end of Egghead, when BlackBeard shows up. Check out my other videos to understand why I'm telling this, but I think BlackBeard is gonna show up in Egghead. He needs to be close to the enemy, to be that, in this case, BlackBeard. So when they take Nico Robin, or when Nico Robin goes voluntarily with them to try to help the others, I think Aokiji is gonna end up sacrificing himself and to help her. For a very long time I thought that he may be Robin's father or similar figure like that, because he's quite older than her and etc. But the thing is, if I'll do another video about this, but I think Dragon is Robin's father. You know, obviously much before Luffy, he met with Olvia and they had some kind of relation, and Nico Robin ended happening. But basically, let's change now to 0.2 so we can start lying a little bit. basically, I say these things because when we go to Ohara, if you see always the design of Aokiji is really similar to Robin with the nose and everything, and the color of the skin from before the time skip and at the beginning of One Piece, Robin was more tanned than now. I always loved more that previous design of her, to be honest, but I guess the style of animation and drawing changes as we go. So what I'm saying is Dragon went to Ohara not to meet Vegapunk or to say goodbye to the people lost there and everything. He went with a flower bouquet, and that was for a girl. I think her partner at that time died there, and that was all via. I will talk in another video when I talk only about Nico Robin and the relationship with Dragon and all of this about this. But now, for the time being, I want to focus in Aokiji. So basically, I thought for a very long time that he may be the father, because this protection, and he doesn't even know, but this protection was really weird to me. But what I've been thinking lately is he could be connected to the revolutionary, working with Dragon, not being a revolutionary, being a Ronin independent, but working with the good people, with the good guys, and helping them to kind of develop this new world of peace and defeating the world government. And I think this happened straight after seeing the catastrophe and the mess that they did in Ohara. So that trauma that caused him, that he even had to kill his own friend there, kill for the war, because he didn't actually kill, we thought that he killed his friend Saul, but then they revealed that, oh no, Saul is alive, blah blah blah, that has been recently set in the saga. So why he would create a time capsule to protect Saul so he could survive, and when everyone was gone, that capsule would defrost and yeah, basically be saved and escape from Akainu and escape from all that apocalypse there. So why would you do that? I think that's because that moment was a revelation for him, and he realized what I said. In the position that he was, he couldn't help anyone anymore, and what he was gonna do was his own agenda since there going forward. It is very good, let's say, timing for him, because I think he learned everything from Garp, and Garp, I don't think he is the leader of Sword, but he's been involved with Sword and knows about these things. I think maybe Zoro is the official leader there, and Garp is basically doing whatever he wants all the time, anywhere that he goes. So let's do a little bit of, he has some this kind of cool fur around, like really epic fur, like this, like purple. Later we'll paint it in purple, and this hair is more afro, more coming here to the side. So we will do a little bit like this, going to the face. So I have this theory that being a Ronin, he's kind of fixing the world on his own way. I think he's working very close to Sword, if not being a ex-high member or vice president or second charge in command for Sword, and together with Zoro, and at the same time all these connections that he has, I think this is what Smoker is gonna become in time. So he's kind of cleaning the path for a Smoker to be able to do what he couldn't do. A Smoker is gonna take over from him. So Aokiji for me is one of my favorite characters. The power, the abilities, the type of character that he is, like calm and strong and serious and everything. So I love it. And since I started this channel, when I do a video, you always say this comment that Oda was planning to do this manga One Piece for only 5 years. That was how long it was gonna be. But here we are, and it's been like almost 27 years, and yeah, here we are still with One Piece around. So I think the characters from the beginning, in this case Aokiji, are gonna be the guys for our end of a story, and Aokiji is one of them, and it's gonna be one of the main, the most important characters there. So basically, all the connections with Nico Robin, I think his goal is to protect Nico Robin, to protect the truth of the world, to protect the poneglyphs, to protect his friend Saul and the Ohara archaeologists, so everyone can live in a world in peace and everything, no? And the only way to achieve this at the moment, he knows, that is with BlackBeard. BlackBeard is the real danger for everyone, because he's the bad guy of the story. He's the bad guy of the story, and he knows that he can't stay with Nico Robin. Nico Robin has her own path to do, and he can't be her protector and her father, because she already found a group. He was keeping an eye on her the whole time. I think he didn't leave the Marines before because Robin didn't have a group. He didn't belong anywhere. But as soon as she goes with Luffy and she starts kind of, being happy and having colleagues and nakama that can protect her and fight with her and fight the world and everything, then is when Aokiji said, okay, now all these changes in the world are happening, I'm gonna fight against Akainu, or I win and I'm the leader here and I can do the things how I think they need to be done, or I go and I change the world in another way. And sadly that's what happens. Let's do the bottom of the back here like this. They will paint later in browns. I think during the period that he is, let's say, homeless, that he belongs nowhere, he's a Ronin, I think he goes to different locations. Probably he has his own chats with Vegapunk, he has his own chats with Dragon. He's trying to find where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do, with who I'm gonna stay. And Aokiji, I think, is a really clever person. And with this being said, being with BlackBeard is basically to protect Robin. So when BlackBeard is gonna get her, because he will definitely get her, voluntarily, or kidnapping her, because BlackBeard is not gonna take chances. He's not gonna keep only he's not gonna keep only pudding because maybe she's gonna awaken the third eye and maybe she's gonna be able to read the poneglyphs. BlackBeard is taking no chances, and he will have all the cards on his hand to let's do this, to try to find the One Piece and be the king of the pirates, obviously. This is looking really nice so far. Let's see. So let's do some light like this. Yeah. So basically, now in Hachinosu, in Blackbeard's lair, Blackbeard's island, we have, let's do the boots, we have Sword coming in, and I think Aokiji can't reveal, obviously, that he's Sword. He can't reveal that he is one of the leaders or he was involved with them. So he needs to play the game. He needs to fight Garp. We know that in this mini fight, Garp gets stabbed by Shiryu, being invisible, from behind, and around this area he stabs him, and you have the sword going from one side to another. So, oh, Garp is dead, Garp is alive. Garp is super strong, and I don't think this is gonna kill him. But anyway, his mentor is maybe in risk of dying. So what he does is, okay, let's fight you and me. And if we remember what's his power, he controls ice. What a coincidence! What a funny coincidence that he stabs again Garp with a massive icicle. And let me give me 1 second to follow this line. We got it, yeah. What a coincidence that the stab wound is exactly in the same place that Shiryu had stabbed him with the sword. So what's telling me that? That's telling me that he's gonna do a Saul move. He's gonna pretend that he's killing or attacking Garp, so his face is not gonna be, you know, they can't actually say anything like, oh yeah, Aokiji, the killing, this, that, and that, because he actually wounded him really bad, okay? But at the same time, with the ice, is cauterizing the wound, so Garp doesn't die for that short attack, surprised by Shiryu. Let's do this bit, kind of here. I think so far everything is working okay for Aokiji. He lost the leg, he lost the arm, fighting with Akainu, trying to do what is correct to do. But if we are real here, I think Aokiji needs to suffer to be this character that we connect more and more and more, and we love more and more. So I think once whatever happens in Egghead, that is gonna be probably connected with Blackbeard is gonna be there. I think Vista from Whitebeard, check out my video about Vista. I think he belongs to that crew as well and is a bad guy. It's Zoro's final fight. Check out the video and you will see really nice theory, my first theory. And I think these two guys, plus probably Lafitte, that we haven't seen Lafitte in a very long time, they are gonna be showing up and they are gonna be doing whatever they need to do there, and then we will have the return of Blackbeard to the main group, where Aokiji is gonna be, where Garp is gonna be, and I think we're gonna see the problem that Aokiji has. That Aokiji may say, oh, let's give it to Crocodile and the other group so we can take the reward because he's super valuable and it's like capturing a Jonko. But Blackbeard is gonna kind of, no, actually we don't need that, just kill him here. And for the greater good, for Robin, for the future of the world, and for the poneglyphs and the protection that he's been working, being as a double agent for Sword, he's gonna have to pull Snape Dumbledore and kill for real in front of Blackbeard to don't blow his cover. He's gonna have to kill his mentor, in this case Garp. And I think that's gonna be a moment that we have like in Harry Potter. He's gonna be alone with Garp and all the Blackbeard pirates, and against the sword. Like, if he's not gonna do that, he's gonna be the one dying there, and he can't do that. Garp is older, so Garp will die, and obviously he will have to survive to protect Robin. So I think we can start adding a little bit of black first, the trousers and the boots. The hair, we already had it more or less. We're gonna be doing the boots here. I don't want to paint the whole thing. Like, I like always to leave this kind of texture when I work with traditional media, like with these pens, really nice. Uni paint 0.4. The previous one to do the lining was 0.2. So I've been working in this theory and thinking about it for a very long time. I've been a fan of One Piece since the very beginning, and Aokiji always surprised me, and it was such a nice character to see the evolution, how he was keeping an eye on Robin, protecting her, doing the whole Ohara story. Then now with the Saul story thing, having frozen a friend so he can survive when everyone is gone. Well, he got really badly burned, I think, and if Saul is not the man burned, marked by flames, means he defrosted when everyone left, and then he basically managed to escape, but the same ice was defrosted by the burning of the Buster Call. So if something like that is what happened, you could call him the man marked by flames. I have this a little bit of question in my head, like it is gonna be him, Saul, it is gonna be Scooper Giaban, but I think that's entirely another video that we can talk about it. So far, let's focus in Aokiji. I think the next time we see Aokiji is gonna be in a problem. He's gonna be in trouble with Blackbeard pirates, and they're gonna put him in this situation that he is gonna have to kill Garp. Garp is gonna look at him without saying anything, but both of them, they will understand each other like, yes, you need to kill me or they are gonna kill you, and you can't die because we both know that you are secretly doing all these things, being Sword or being a little bit more independent than Sword, but to protect the Poneglyphs, protect Nico Robin, and all the connection with Dragon, I think, is gonna be showing up soon. I think he may even have had conversations with Dragon about Nico Robin, and he knows why Nico Robin needs to be protected, and he's not gonna allow Blackbeard to take her. I think soon, I will do probably soon a video about Davy back fight, because I fancy talking about that, and I think it's gonna come back soon again. I think it's gonna happen, and in that Davy back fight, they may take Robin, and then Aokiji is gonna have to play his role there and protect her. I don't think he's gonna see the end of the story, sadly, like some of these senior characters that I like to call them, like Shanks. And that's gonna be his sacrifice. We need to see Robin as well, crying for him and everything. And if not, there's no goal, there's no reason for Aokiji to stick around. Why would he be around? Because he has a higher purpose, and the storyline is connecting him to Robin, and I think that's what's gonna end up happening at the end. So let's keep finishing this leg here. I was surprised to see him officially being a Blackbeard pirate, and it was a surprise that he actually is not like affiliate or you know, something like that. It is actually one of them, and the reference with Blackbeard, his ship, the flagship is called the Savior of Shebek. That's basically the sword of Shebek, and it's been confirmed. It's kind of, he's a fanboy of Shebek, as I see it with this information. So what I think is, we have confirmation that Shebek, Rocks the Shebek crew was basically not a group of nakamas or you know, a group of friends. That was basically pirates with the same, with a goal that they could help each other to achieve that goal. And I think that's what is happening. Aokiji is using Blackbeard to go to the end of the story, to protect Robin for the most time possible, protecting her, And at the same time, BlackBeard is using him as well, because he's super powerful, he's the one who captured Pudding, he can do whatever he wants, because with the ice fruit, it is basically impossible to defeat him. Let's do it like this, and I think I want to add a little bit of green here. Yeah, like that, this kind of greenish color. So we will go for a lighter blue, like this. We can do this kind of hat. If you see Nico Robin in, I think it is the, I think it's the Rosa Saga. She's wearing this dress and is wearing a hat like this. And Oda loves to do these things, that he dresses people similar or with similar styles, so in the back of your mind you connect them. And we have Aokiji really connected to Nico Robin since the very beginning, and this is one of those things that it makes it more interesting. It wouldn't be a surprise for me that Aokiji stays on the low now, because his saga at the moment is not, and his story at the moment is not going together with Nico Robin. Nico Robin is going on one path, he is now going with Sword, Coby, BlackBeard. What's gonna happen with them? Are they gonna survive? Are they gonna die? And I think it is very interesting. On the other hand, the rivalry and everything with akainu, I think akainu, it is gonna be revealed that akainu is just a puppet. He can't do whatever he wants. He's noticing of those things already. He's taking notice of this, arguing with the Gorosei, arguing with everyone there, like he knows that he's been put there as a puppet, and he doesn't like it. And I think there's a so needed conversation at some point when Aokiji tells him, okay, this and that, this and that, and everything is clear. So he knows that he was on the wrong side the whole time. I don't want a redemption for him for killing Ace and everything, but I think he's gonna be one of those characters that at some point in the story, at the very end of the story, he will realize, okay, I've been used by these people, and actually no one here was doing what is correct or doing what the Marines is. With Akainu, I think there is a trauma as well there, and it's connected to, maybe now in Rocks and the flashback we see a little bit of info, but I think it's connected to the pirates, that the pirates killed everyone, or killed his family or something like that, 100%. But I think Aokiji needs like a mini conversation before he is, let's say, dispatched or killed by BlackBeard, probably at the end of the story, protecting Robin. So Akainu realizes, okay, this is the truth of the world, I've been in the wrong side, I've been doing everything wrong, I've been in the wrong. And I think that's his, Aokiji is a tool to reveal all these things. So I'm doing this cape like this, but it's more kind of bluish, so I just want to give it like a base, and then the hand as well, because it's not hand, it's a glove that he's wearing. Now we will paint with this toner, and now like this, it is something more like this. And I think we need to give a little bit of gray tone as well, so it has a little bit of difference. I love this character, and is connected to the Foxy Saga, Long Ring, Long Land. When I do my Davy Back 5 video, we'll talk about this, because I think that's gonna come again, and I think BlackBeard is gonna be involved, or is gonna challenge Luffy, and is gonna challenge other people like Crocodile and Boogie and everything to a Davy Back fight to gain resources, because his island, the island that he owns, that they are now there, is famous for being the island where the Davy Back fight was invented, no? And I think those kind of games and everything are gonna be really interesting regarding the behavior of Aokiji towards the game. Like, he's gonna try to play the game, and at the same time he's gonna kind of be aware of the danger of this, that if his plan is not going... Let's change to the other one. This is not as nice as I thought. Yeah, there we got it. That's the color I wanted, yeah. So if he's not careful with what he does, Nico Robin could die. And I think that's exactly what's gonna happen in one of these games. He will probably intervene to save Robin, and his real self will be shown there in the middle of the game, and he's gonna have to fight for survival. And Nico Robin is not gonna be able to help him, no one is gonna be able to help him probably, because this is his role, this is what he's gonna be doing, and this is his fate, the fate of the world. Let's add a little bit more like this. I even think with this cape I'm gonna need... I take a little bit of license always, you know, so with this cape I'm gonna go for a darker tone. I always like to add a little bit of dark to my drawings, and on top of that, Aokiji belongs now to BlackBeard group, so better to make it really... If you see the last drawing, I think he's wearing a really nice black cape with this yellow eye, with this red handkerchief and everything. That is really epic. I love the style that BlackBeard has. BlackBeard and Boogie are Oda's favorite characters. He's been said in many interviews and everything, and I like this piratey look that they gave them always. Let's see if with the next sagas, Luffy and the group, they as well go the extra mile and they make them more piratey. No pirate funny like in the movies, like in A Strong World, but more pirate real, like BlackBeard. That could be really nice for the ending. Let's see, now it's looking more like I wanted, yeah, like this. Anyway, in a second as well, we will be using a little bit of the liner to redefine a little bit the all these small details that we are losing because the layers of the color pencils. So to have like a mini recap, because we are almost there with the drawing, to have like a mini recap of what I've been talking today is basically Aokiji is sword, or Aokiji was sword, and he decided completely to go on his own and be another level higher than sword. Like, I do whatever I want, but I'll communicate with sword so they can actually help with this dirty business that the Marines don't want to do. In this case, I think he was able to save Smoker from Doflamingo in Punk Hazard because he went there to talk with Law, that Law is sword as well, and he was giving him some instructions because for experience, Aokiji is older, Aokiji is more powerful, stronger than him. Just by the sake of that, I think Trafalgar Law, Coby, or whoever, Drake, everyone will hear whatever Aokiji has to say. He's playing this card. He's kind of the first student of garp. Nice. This is looking really nice. We're gonna add a little bit more of dark here. So I think he was able to save him because he went to talk to Law. he happened to find the situation, saved his friend. Smoker, after seeing the whole mess with Crocodile in Arabasta, started to learn the truth of the world and who controls what and who is the good guy and who is the bad guy. And then we have Smoker doing at the moment the same things that Aokiji is doing. Smoker is going on his own to talk with Fujitora. Smoker is going on his own to talk with this, to talk with that. And why? Because he has seen that the only way to achieve a proper Marines and goodness in the Marines is to do it like Aokiji is doing it in the background. Let's do the nose. Yeah, the mouth here, the chin as well. Really important thing to me is in that conversation, I think that is one of the most important comments for me to say, yeah, Aokiji is a double agent and Aokiji is working. He says, Smoker, I'm still me. I'm still me. That means I'm still good. I'm still the person who is helping everyone. He knows the Ohara what happened and everything for sure, Smoker. He's kind of saying, trust me. Whatever I do, trust me. I think these two characters need to see each other again as well. And I have a video that I wanna do soon as well about Smoker. And it is gonna be really nice connected with this one with Aokiji. This, I think, is turning to be a really nice drawing of Kuzan, because Aokiji is referring to the pheasant, and that's his title as a marine, and he's not a marine anymore. He's Blackbeard pirate now, Kurohige pirate now. So enjoying a lot talking about this character and enjoying a lot about this drawing, because I'm telling you, it's one of my favorites since the very beginning of the story. And I always thought, if I had a power, I may have this power. So just want to try to do it with care. And yeah, maybe the video ends up being a little bit longer than usual or something, but I think it's worth it. And the love put in this one, maybe it's a little bit more than others, because I'm been with this character for many years. So let's do the back as well. That's the reason as well why I want him to be involved in all these things, because I like him so much and the character is so nice, and the connection with Robin, I think it would have been really easy for Oda to say, oh, Akainu is now the leader, is the boss here, and in that fight in Punk Hazard, Aokiji just died. If you don't want to make more story with him, if you don't want to involve him with Robin, involve him with Garp and all these kind of secret sword agents, you would basically just kill him off in that fight with Akainu and say Akainu prevailed and Aokiji died there. So there's a lot of clues, a lot of information. Let's do the trouser a little bit more so it pops a little bit. A lot of information that we have Aokiji for some time protecting Robin, trying to play with Blackbeard but being discovered. He's gonna do a Dumbledore Snape situation with let's paint this a little bit more so it looks nicer. With Garp, I think he's gonna have to kill Garp in front of Blackbeard. They say, oh look, we captured this guy. Oh, did you capture it? Okay, just kill it. I don't want the reward, just kill it. We are not interested in the money. We are interested in the destiny and in the glory of this. And yeah, it's the only way for him to achieve the greater good in this case. And he's gonna have to kill his mentor. We need these kind of sad moments, and you don't actually need Garp anymore. I mean, he's been already giving a lot of info. He's been captured now. We all thought that he was gonna die or he was already dead, but then if you pay attention, the icicle is being placed in the same place of the stabbing, of Shiryu's stabbing. So okay. So that's telling me that as he did with Saul, he's gonna try to do the same with Garp, but Blackbeard, he may even freeze Garp and say, okay, now he's dead, in a capsule, in a ice time capsule, like he did with the other one. But then Blackbeard the Kraken, check as well my theory about Blackbeard the Kraken. Blackbeard the Kraken would basically do a earthquake or something, or crash it in pieces, and it's gonna be okay, now he's done, we can continue with the things, like it's normal business for him. So I think that's gonna be very interesting, and it's gonna be a shock for him because it's gonna be out of his expectations, let's say expectations for this part of the story. I want to do this with a little bit of blue, like it's supposed to be grass, but he froze it. Don't want to do any effects or anything because we can stay here in the video for a very long time and not finish ever. So I'll do just a little bit like this, a little bit of green, little bit of green, like this is what it was underneath, and a little bit of brown as well. Yeah, something like this. And let's just finish with this bit here, because when we did the erasing at the bottom, it got a little bit stuck there. That it looks nice as well, it looks like ice, but it wasn't my intention. So let's keep it a little bit more like this. So I think this is the video for today. Just wanted to talk about Aokiji a little bit and say explain all my thoughts, and if it happened to be true, we will see soon, I think, because they are revealing a lot of lore in Egghead and in the next sagas. Feel free to write in the comments your ideas to see if I'm right, if I'm wrong, what is gonna be, what is not gonna be, and if I'm too crazy about these Aokiji theories, and we can just have a really nice discussion about One Piece, and let's see if we figure out what's happening with this character, so cool character. So this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want. And this drawing is for the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you like the drawing and the theory, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.